Alright, today in EverlightCMS we're going to go over writings, categories, and authors. Basically that's all contained under this writing tab. And the first thing you're going to want to do is go to authors and make sure we have an author set up on your site. You can actually see here that we have Jacob Martin set up as an author. So to add an author you would simply click the add button. But just to kind of show you some of the options, I'm going to click edit. Basically see you have the author name, their email, website. You can write up a little bio if you want. It depends on what your website setup is, whether or not this will actually be displayed on the front end. Some are different than others. And you can select an image and kind of keep that all in one area. Now once you actually have an author set up here like we do, we have Jacob Martin, then we can go ahead and click over to our writings. Now as you can see, writings has what's called categories. And if you drop down here, we can look at all writings. We have missions reports. You can kind of, go to your categories. Now you can actually set up your own categories by clicking Edit Categories. And these categories kind of work the same all through Everlight. We have these same kind of categories under Events and Media, and all kind of the same theory. So we can see here that we have these articles set up, or these categories, and we have a blog, articles, missions reports. You can simply actually edit one, and you can get a direct link on how to only show things from that category on the front end of your website. Basically your basic options with the category, and it's as easy as just clicking add item, and we can type in test cat and basically click save, and now we have a new category called test cat. And when you go into here you actually see it, and you'll actually be able to assign things into these categories and link directly to that category. Pretty much I'm going to go ahead and delete that since we're not going to need to use that. And now that we have that gone, what I'm going to show you how to do today is how to add a blog. Now, adding a blog, an article, a missions report, all this is exactly the same. It's just assigned to a category. And kind of the cool thing about categories is you can actually have something assigned to multiple categories so they appear in each one. So we're going to go ahead and do a new blog post. So we'll click Manage Writings, and we'll go ahead and click Add Item. And we'll call this New Blog Post. We'll leave the standard date there. We don't need a subtitle. And this editor, if you've watched our video about managing your pages, this editor is used throughout the entire CMS system, and you can use the same options throughout. So you can embed an image, you can embed media or video, you can actually use our pre-style. So I could say my new article, and we'll put some random text in here, but you can actually, within these pieces, you can actually style things just the same as you could within a page, or instead of in any other area of the website. Call this a heading 1, and this is just kind of paragraph text. Now I'm just going to leave this like this. It's probably not going to look very good in the front end, but it's just giving you the general idea. Now if you scroll down, you can actually select your author, which we set those up, and here's where you actually can pick your categories. And since we said this is going to be a blog, we'll highlight that. But you know what? I also want this to appear in articles. So if you hold your control or command key on a Mac, you can actually highlight multiple categories and be able to place them in there. We can also have a featured image that will appear on the top of the article as well. But this looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and click Save and Continue. And we can see that everything's saved successfully. Now if you remember, since we put this in a blog, if we actually, on the front end we've actually already linked to it, but if you needed to get that link, you would come back here and click Edit Categories, and here's your blog. You can click Edit, and here we can see this is the exact link we need to hit to get to the blog section. I've actually already went there. So now if we refresh Writings blog, and here's your new post, we can email and read now. Click in, and here is all of our styling that we've actually already done. Pretty much all writings are as simple as this. You can get a little more advanced, but that's kind of the quick overview. If you have any questions, just simply shoot us an email at contact@CalhounCreations.